Example 3. A manager is assessing 3 employees in order to offer one of them a promotion. Over a period of time, the manager records whether the employees meet or exceed expectations on their assigned tasks. The table shows the manager's results. Which employee should be offered the promotion? Explain your reasoning. Now, if we're only going off of what we're given on the table, my first thought would be I want my employee to be exceeding expectations. Meeting them is great, but who is going above and beyond? Just looking at tally marks, my first impression would be Elena. She has the most tally marks in the exceed expectations. But if we look overall, do you also notice that she just has the most tally marks in general? So maybe she was observed more. So is it really fair that just because she has more in exceeds expectations and more overall, that she should get the promotion? So we have to look at something different here. In order to do that, I'm actually going to look at her joint relative frequencies. So starting with Joy, we have 8 tally marks here, 6 tally marks here, 15 altogether. Elena, we have 12, we have 8, which gives her a total of 20. And then Sam, we have 11, we have 7, which gives him a total of 18. Now, I'm going to make my relative frequency table. I'm still going to have Joy, Elena, and Sam. And then we have exceeds and meets expectations. Well, if we take a look at Joy, Joy is exceeding expectations 8 times, but 8 out of 15. So if we take 8 and we divide it by 15, that's going to give us roughly 53% of the time. Versus meeting expectations, that's 6 out of 15, so about 40% of the time. Elena, 12 out of 20 is roughly 60% of the time, and 8 out of 20, roughly 40% of the time. Sam, 11 out of 18 is going to give us 61% of the time, and then 7 out of 18 is going to give us 39% of the time. So looking at these, I'm actually more inclined to go with Sam. And Sam has the greatest probability of exceeding expectations. So just to summarize, even though Elena had the most tallies in the exceeding expectations column, that doesn't necessarily mean that she was doing it most of the time, because she just had more tallies in general. Versus Sam's frequency of doing it out of his total, he actually had a higher probability.